Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are close to our last session of Afro Web 3, the second day, and due to some technical issue, we just switch up the time. Sorry guys, for this panel with Pamela, and I'm glad to be here again with Pamela and have this nice talk. So welcome, try to connect whatever you are on LinkedIn or on YouTube channel. We are going to share the link with other people so that they can join also and start this magnifique conversation with Pamela. Hello, Pamela. How you doing?
Hello, Ivan. I'm very well. How about you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for joining and accept this invitation regarding our first edition of Afro Web 3. Main panel are in French, but we also have a side room in English. And this welcome early this morning we welcome Onyeka. We had a really and wonderful also session with her, and I think that we will end also with you. So thank you for joining in.
Thank you for the invite. I'm honored to be sharing this day with you. So,
Glad. So in this conversation, we are going to cover your journey in Web3. We are going to cover different issues or obstacles that you met in your Web3 journey, and what can be for you the goal, the vision for you in your community. Which kind of project or which project are you working on, or you are planning to work on. So we are going to discover all this. And I remember for people who are following this, they can send us chat question directly in the chat, and we can take it for Pamela. So let's start with Pamela presentation.
all right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm honored to be here. So, first off, I think I'll start with like a little introduction with my name. So, yeah, my name is Pamela Okun, and I am a Nigerian. I am a blockchain writer and marketer. Then, but that's not just enough. I would like to share my story of how I got into this space and how I became like a blockchain writer. So basically, it started from a LinkedIn connect. I connected with someone on LinkedIn, but then I was just there doing my usual writing and posting on LinkedIn. I had no niche, and then now AKZH, so that was my connection on LinkedIn. Now a friend, he reached out to me and asked me if I had like a knowledge about blockchain. And I said no. He reached out to me as a hiring manager. He actually wanted me to write something for him. But since I didn't have a knowledge in blockchain, he just decided to let it go. And then he advised me and suggested that since I didn't have a niche, I should go into blockchain, that blockchain is interesting, talked to me about it, educated me. I actually didn't like it at first. It was a bit boring and complex. So I didn't buy into the idea. He started sending me like courses, links, and like people I could connect with in the space. Then I found it interesting. I had to go and start learning on YouTube. I think I wanted to learn from Binance Academy, but it was restricted for us here in Africa, so I couldn't learn from them. I had to watch YouTube videos. I think I also learned from Simply Learn. Yeah, that's how I started learning about this space. And when I learn, I like make a post about it so I can educate other people as well. Yeah, that's how I got into this space from being a usual writer to becoming a blockchain writer.
Awesome,
That's
awesome.
how
And I
I got
think
into
that,
this space.
yeah, I think that's the beauty of this area we are diving into, is that with internet today, and you have YouTube, who can be the best teacher for you, and whatever you want to learn is doable, it's possible on this channel. And you mentioned also interesting platform that have been used for your learning, growth, and development today. And that's really beautiful to see what you are doing right now, and seeing that blockchain writer needs a lot of skill regarding communication, regarding writing, regarding understanding things, regarding a good knowledge of what is really happening in the industry. And that's not really a simple things to go through. So I really hat off on what you are doing, and really great. So in this way, what have been the tough part of the progress of the process that you met early in your journey? On which obstacles, like for instance, have you been confronted when it comes to start your journey?
Okay. See, at first it was the learning process, like learning about blockchain. Blockchain is complex. That is what I used to say, not until I like studied it. So the learning process was a bit hard for me, especially with YouTube, because there's so much information on the internet. So I have to move from YouTube to Google and then just Twitter, and then I have to get a lot of things. So it's the learning
Yeah,
process, I would say.
yeah,
And I think the job hunting process as well, because learning is not enough. Like I have to like put
yeah.
into practice what I have learned by helping others like achieve. So yeah, the job hunting process and the learning process has been the most tough or most difficult part of my journey
Mhm,
as a blockchain
mhm,
engineer.
mhm. Indeed, indeed. I see, and I think that's a point which I've been maybe pointing out in the previous conversation, maybe with Onyeka and other people, even in Francophone also. We are facing to this. We don't have a base, infrastructure where people can go and learn about blockchain, about Web3. Technically, not yet. So you gotta go by yourself on some platform, and the choice can be tough regarding maybe even it's free, whatever, or you have to pay for. But you have to have certain guarantee that what you are going to learn will be maybe with a certification or not, or something like this. It can be really valuable, so that when you go on job market, you can be sure that you have the skills that you need to go. That's the first part. But the other side is that starting really the journey is not really easy. It's not really easy when you don't have, and I can say, a mentor like this to take your hand and say that this is the first step, this is the process, this is how you have to where you have to go and what you have to do. So what you are just mentioning is really true. It's really on spot. And at this stage, what I want to know is that currently, are you working on any project, or are you planning to work on any project in your community, or maybe beyond this?
Okay, for my community, yes, and maybe with time we would expand. Since I'm still learning, I think I'm okay with educating others about it. So would I haven't done it yet, but it has been on my mind to like set up an academy where I teach people about blockchain and crypto, because a lot of people that come into the crypto space, they just come in and then they don't know what they are doing. So like giving them like maybe a start on how to do some certain things in this space, especially when it has to do with wallets and coins and tokens. They need to learn these things. They can't just jump on this into the space, sorry, without knowing or having like a prior knowledge of how it works. So it has been on my mind. Probably the time I'll execute it to start up an academy here. I'll start with my community, then with time would like expand. So yeah, that's how it's explain it.
Magnifique, magnifique, really magnifique. I think that that's a good point. Education first, so that people can be aware of how it's working. What is this technology? Yeah, your first point. So for sure, that's a first start. And if there are more people really involved in this, who are really get interest first is good, but understanding next, and can go
Mm-hmm.
on another level to the to this way to breed project. I think that's really a good step that you are doing in your progress in your academy, for instance, because we can see people sometimes who are really interested about learning something, but after the program we lost them. See, so it's good to have this program for people that can join and learn. But another part who can be also hard in the process is follow, be the mentor, have these mentees under you and follow the progress, follow where they are going, and try to build infrastructures or thing like this so that they can evolve, they can increase maybe their knowledge, or they can be inspired to learn some project. And I think that in your community there is a lot of actors maybe in this way who are building a lot of projects, who are maybe looking for people really interesting about web3 or blockchain, and can be also interesting to accept youngs in the business. So I think that can be a progress regarding the education path, and breeding also a stage where they can easily make valuable what they learned, and by launching project or jobs and things like this. So that's really interesting what you are breathing and what you are going to, and I really want to encourage you that on this way. So regarding currently your crypto journey, regarding currently your blockchain also journey and Web3, to say it globally, have you any goal, or if I can say a vision currently you are working on, except or in addition maybe to the education program that you are launching? Is there any other part of this journey that you also have in vision, also have in mind, and with for what you are constantly working?
Yes, I actually do. So I have two of them. One is I'll start with my community because I feel like I have to give more to people around me before I could extend my hands to others. So for my community, now we have a when I attend events or I see like people in the blockchain space, most of them are always the other gender, that's the male gender. So we don't have like a lot of women in the blockchain space. If I go for an event and probably we have speakers or panelists, the women
Mm-hmm,
are
mm-hmm.
either one or two.
Yeah,
Discouraging because we have women with so many superpowers, so many talents,
yeah,
and
yeah.
bringing them into the space means they can do. So not men don't have to do everything. We need
Yeah.
women that would do more in the space. So one of
Mhm.
my vision is to like bring more women into the blockchain space, educate them, and also like show them how to monetize because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we'll still like input. So yes.
Yeah,
Then the
definitely.
second
Yeah.
one is
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the second one would be in line with what I am pursuing, like my career. It's more of the health aspect. So I would love to like bring health and blockchain together. I don't know how, for example, I'll make it possible. I'll try to make it possible
Yeah.
for the health system. we don't know much about, like, we're not doing a lot about technology in the health system. So there could be a time where people would say they want to buy, or they want to purchase a drug, but then they're not just using like their normal currency to purchase. So probably with time we'll be able to bring health and blockchain together, see how we can use crypto or maybe Web3 to make things easier in the healthcare system.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's one of my goals. Space
but
to educate and
I think
to
that yeah, truly. But I think on the second part of what you mentioned regarding the integration of new technology in
health.
healthcare, I think that's something already possible, doable. That some there are some fintechs. I mean, there are some fintech really involved into healthcare, and using also ER or blockchain in the process. I mean, you can easily connect the F domain you are currently running on, and the new technology also. Either it can be to have a track data to see different localization of drug on different drugstore, and be able to track them to see that if there is an empty surfaces or an empty product in this area that can be delivered in that area or something like this. It can be a supply chain, for instance. So yeah, for sure, payment option through crypto in health, that can be interesting. Yes, just guess that people maybe around or abroad is trying to send um, to his family, for instance. Um, I don't know, maybe fees, or he can directly pay medical fees for his families, or he can directly pay drugs for his
Yeah.
family, whatever the place is, through your system. So I think that's definitely something doable and possible, and there is a lot of things to breathe around the F section, as the technology, the blockchain in itself, operate in several industry, in several sectors. So I think that definitely that you have to connect with people who have the same vision, the same orientation, maybe build a project around this. So yeah, I think, and I will not be surprised to see this kind of project maybe that you are going to launch in coming years, or something like this. Truly, truly. I mean, that's in our community. For instance, in Francophone, I don't even have seen this kind of project for now. So there is a lot to breathe in this section specifically. So yeah, I think so great. I think your vision and your goals in the blockchain industry are really on top regarding what you are working on, and that will be the way that you are going to drive it till the execution. That can be also something that will take time, as blockchains also need time to be implemented in different sectors, and actors also to breed and integrate the the system or the program currently, and make tests on something like this. But whatever, once it's launched, people are going to see how beauty it is, and that's it. We have to go to it. So definitely that's a great idea. So on coming period and coming times, have you any news or any specific project, or that will be maybe before the end, but for women or for people who are going to start the Web3 journey regarding your blockchain writer, have you any advice to share to them?
Hmm. Yes, I do. I think the blockchain space is overwhelming with the news, people. So I feel like for me and for anybody who is joining this space, you cannot just move into the space like that. If you want to grow in the space, you need to build relationships with people, you need to connect with people. But yeah, that is my first point. The second one is that for people that are coming into this space, I feel like there would be a need to try to rush things, that oh, they want to move from 1 to 10, but they know that that's not possible, so they have to move from 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would say they should choose progress over perfection. Like try to take things one step at a time, don't try to rush it when you know that you can do it bit by bit and still get to where you want to be. So yeah, that is my advice for people who are coming into the space, or people who are looking to start a career in blockchain. And yes, blockchain too is not selective of any gender, and
Yeah.
especially women. Please, we need more women in the space. So blockchain is not selective of any gender. It is for everyone. So please, we need more women in the space. We need more women in the space. So
Yeah,
yeah, that is my advice to anyone who is coming into the space.
that's great. That's great to hear that. That's great to hear it coming from you. And I take note to what you say to this quote, progress, not perfection at all level. Because
Yeah.
you can be stuck at a place just because you want to make this one, perfect. You can take more time on one task when it should be perfect, but you have to prioritize progress. And I think that's a good code that I will keep in mind, and we will share also in the summarize of this section. So we covered quickly. We covered Pamela. We covered your journey. We covered how you studied, how you heard about the crypto industry, the Web3 industry. We also have a look on what you are currently running, working on. We also talk about the challenge part of the Web3 journey. We also talk about the vision, the glow, the goal that you are pursuing. We also see the advice and heard about the advice that you share to community and people who want to start into Web3 journey. So I think that we are already close to the end of this session. So I just wanted to let you share what you different point or different quote that you have in mind as last words, as last view, or something like this for people who are going to watch or review the session. I'm also take a look while you are talking to see if we don't have any questions or any points that can go ahead. Oh, actually, I have a questions. Actually, I have a question from a platform. So they want to know, as a blockchain writer, actually, how is the I will try to resume it or change the question context. Um, so your daily task as a blockchain writer, in which does it consist in? Yeah, I think that's it. Just have to have a
Sorry, I
view,
don't
an
know.
overview of, yeah, your daily work as a blockchain writer.
Okay, okay, I think I get the
Typical
question.
day as a blockchain
Now,
writer.
okay. So for writing is a bit interesting and boring sometimes. So for me, I am able to write well, when I research properly. I can't just start writing if I don't know about a thing. So for writing, I have to research first. If I am writing to like educate people, there's so much information on the internet. So I try to like get information from different sources before I'm able to put together a thing to tell people, because I don't want to be giving a wrong information on the internet. And now for a project, say I want to write for a project, I would have to research about their project and probably know their target audience, because you cannot be writing for everybody. They definitely would have a target audience, the kind of people they want to reach. So I would know about their target audience so that I can communicate their message effectively. So yeah, that is basically my daily type or
All
daily
right.
part of it.
Yeah. All right. All right. I think that's good. I think it's okay for this question. Totally okay. So yeah, someone is asking different reference, if possible, to start learning process for blockchain writer. I've been specific. Yes, so specific.
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
So yeah, how can I start my journey as a blockchain writer? The learning process.
Okay. Mm, the first step is to learn. Now, for anyone who wants to become a blockchain writer, you first have to learn how to write properly before you could learn about the
Yeah.
concept of blockchain. So you have to learn how to write properly. Now, by writing, I think there are like stages to it where you have to learn about punctuations, good spacing, because nobody wants to read a write up that
Mm-hmm.
is clustered, that is packed. So I think there are basics to it. You have to learn the basics of writing before you could move to learn about blockchain as a topic or a concept. So basics of writing, then blockchain. That's how you become.
Great. Great.
And yeah, I think
Yeah, go.
sending your articles, your, your write-ups to people to like review for you is a good step to becoming a good blockchain writer or a good writer. Yes, a good writer. So you have to send out your articles, your posts to people to like review it for you before you post them or yeah, before you put them out there. That's
That's
it.
great. That's great. So in this way, are you working with a team like we can see in some organization, in some structure that someone who is writing, someone who is double checking before it can be posted directly or officially, or you manage all the process?
Sorry,
When it comes to you, like have you a team
sorry.
who have different at different stage? One is writing, other one is checking if there is no mistake, if the structure is okay, and a third one would publish officially, or you are doing all these steps.
Okay. I am doing all of them
Okay.
now. I don't have a team yet, but with time I would, because I'm actually connecting with people. So with time I would have a
Okay.
team of people who.
All right, okay. It's asking a lot to follow all this. So people, I think that before getting at this stage as Pamela, you got to learn a lot about writing. You got to have a lot about writing skill, reading also, because to be a perfect writer, you also have to read a lot. So that's really important
Mm,
and make it easy for people who are don't who are starting into this journey also. So he's asking a lot. So Pamela, I think that we are already at the end. No more questions for now. So I will let you share your last word, and if you have any other point maybe to share, also you can take the flow on it.
Okay, my last word is, I think it's similar to what I've said before. Blockchain is for everybody, especially the women. It is not
Yeah.
selective of any gender. And I feel like in the blockchain space, nobody really cares if you are a male or a female. In as much as
Mhm.
you know what you are doing or you can get the job done, you would always
Yep.
get a reward for it. So no gender inequality. It is for everybody. So it's okay for people to come in to the system, especially the women. Please, we need more women in the blockchain space. And I would also say this: I never had, like, I never imagined or even thought that I would be someone that would build in public because I'm more of the I want to be myself. I don't want external factors. But
Mm-hmm.
I found out that building in public can do a whole lot. It's okay to put yourself out there, but please
Mm-hmm.
do not pressure yourself. It's one step at a time.
Yeah.
Progress over perfection. So you are
Mm-hmm.
starting from here and you are looking at someone that is already at level 10. You should not be comparing yourself. It's one step at a time. So try to focus more on the part of progressing and moving forward instead of trying to be the person that you know that you cannot be when you are at level one. So it's
Yeah.
progress over perfection. I would always say that. And please, we need
Yeah.
more women in the blockchain space. Please, please, and please. So I think that
Definitely.
is all I have to say.
Definitely. And I just
That's
want you also to invite you to share your different and page reference that people can follow you on. So if you have any community, for instance, or any page to share, you can just in some seconds share with us the link, and I will share into the chat for people who are going to watch or who are watching currently or who are going to watch it again. If you have any page link or specific channels that you want to share, just put it out that
okay.
I
Be
will share.
my
Yeah,
okay, that would be my LinkedIn because
yeah,
I started
LinkedIn.
building
Okay,
on
it
LinkedIn, so I feel
works. It works. It works.
more comfortable on LinkedIn.
Okay, it works.
And
So let's share this
let me
for people who
let me
want
try
to
to
connect to Pamela
okay.
and have more on this.
Okay.
I
I'm
think I
actually
think.
using okay.
Yeah, let me bring it.
Okay.
Let me bring it. Let me bring it to. Yep. I got it. I got it. I got it. I will share. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Great. So it's shared. So yeah, it's already the end of this session. I don't know if you are still with us. Your screen is locked. Your image is locked. I don't know. But thank you again for people who joined this last session. And sorry again for the technical issue that we had. Um, we was with Pamela and really involved into blockchain as blockchain writer. You are the this opportunity to heard her story in Web3 journey. We hope that you have been inspired to join also this journey, and you can connect with Pamela wherever you are through LinkedIn mainly. And if you have any questions or preoccupation, you can directly text her, let her a message, text us a message also. And if you want more, just connect with her and keep it in mind. Progress, 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 progress first. instead of perfection at all cost. I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you, Pamela, for joining again our program. Thank you for sharing this part of you, this journey. I really appreciate what you shared, and I really hope that you will also on the other program that we are going to launch. Also, if you are free, if your calendar allows you, it will be also a pleasure for us to welcome you.
Thank you so much, Ivan. It was an honor to be on stage with you. I still remember how I connected with you on LinkedIn. So thank you so much for this opportunity. It means a whole lot to me. I'm
My pleasure.
grateful and I'm appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, stay connected and bye bye.